Okay, hi. We're new to this, so we're going to be really terrible. So you guys are going to enjoy this a lot, I'm sure.
We are
QRG.
RNA.
And we can do Q&A on here at some point. So I am Mary, or Quite Right Girl, on Ravelry.
And I'm Audrey, and I am Lady ARN on Ravelry.
Which, some circles, she's known as
Lady Yarn.
So that works out well. We live in Bloomington. I live with my husband and 2 cats and 2 puppies who are running around out there in another room so they don't bark and do things.
And I also live here in Bloomington, and I live with my boys and dogs and cats and chickens. They all live at my house and run crazy as well. So they are at home at the moment so that we have a little peace and quiet for this podcast recording.
Okay, so what we want to do with the podcast is you can send us questions about anything at all. It doesn't have to be yarn or crafting related in any way. She's an RN, as previously mentioned, so you can ask medical questions, and we're also kind of weird, so you can ask us random questions. There's a lot of books and movies here. You can see we like a lot of things. So, really, anything. Even if it's something that has nothing to do with anything we mention whatsoever, anywhere, you can ask us, and we probably will have no idea how to answer it, but we can do research and find out and answer it on another episode.
We can.
So that's the master plan. We'll see what happens.
That is the gist.
Okay, so we are going to talk, though, a lot about our crafting. So, yarn. So, first we'll do, finished objects first, because I have one.
Okay.
One individual finished object. And it looks like this. And I just finished it 2 or 3 days ago. This is the last thing I finished. And it's the most basic edged shawl pattern, and I did just put it up on Ravelry if you want to do it. Yeah, I put patterns sometimes because I can't stop yarning.
And it is Mary's pattern. She created this pattern, so
it's very basic.
It is a basic one.
Very basic and easy to do with stockinette and garter, and that's about it.
And the gist of this basic pattern is what, Mary? You're supposed to be able to like put in your any of your...
Yes, I have sort of a series that I'm doing that eventually will come out as an ebook, and it's all very basic patterns that have the same...
It's a chart,
stockinette
right?
area,
so
and
you can put the charts in there.
You can put any of the charts that I release on any of those interchangeable patterns will fit into all of these, so you can have a whole set eventually when they get out of the same chart, or they can all be different, or whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah.
And this is one of my yarns too, because I can't stop yarning. So this is actually doesn't have a name. Was one of my science experiment yarns. So it came out of the evil laughter section of my shop.
And you use dyes to do that, right? Like you're dyeing this yarn. It comes blank, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
My dyed yarn.
Yes.
So that's Rebel Pearl, which I'm sure I'll talk about more because I can't stop with my yarn obsession.
That's right. So my finished object that I most recently finished up, but I did not bring with me to Mary's house, was a hat for my youngest child. And it was created with the Loops and Threads yarn from Michael's, very basic, less than $5 a skein yarn. And it's very, very, very thick, and it knitted up so crazy fast because of that. And because I have boys, cheap, fast, and washable is usually what I go with. And if I can get it for less than $5 a skein, that's the way I go. So I knitted that up, and he loves it so much. It reminds me a lot of the hat that the kid wears in Home Alone, because it's got the pom-pom on the top, and it's a little bit long, and he looks just like him. So it's pretty great. I'll have to bring that maybe the next time and show that off. But that's my most recent finished object that I have done. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Next.
Works in progress.
Yes.
We've got works in progress coming.
I have many of those.
She has many, because she has a little bit more time than I do.
Well, I just had a week off for Christmas.
That's right.
Which is awesome.
A
Time
week
off is amazing.
Week off for Christmas is great.
So I'm making a leftover blanket.
Yeah. So
With
those are
sock yarn?
leftover sock yarns. And I love that. I think it's going to look so great. We have a friend that has just almost completed hers. We had a knitting retreat recently.
Huge.
And Cecile is her name. And she has a gigantic blanket that she kind of haphazardly patched all of these different colors together. It looks amazing. However, she didn't really patch it the right way, so she has to like fill in areas and whatnot. So
I think she did that on purpose. She has the edge of it, and then she fills in the edge with like black or dark
she's
navy.
she's planning to
which.
she's planning to do that black. But I think there's big chunks of area where she's just like, oh man, I wish I could just fill this in, but she's gonna have to fill it in with more patching.
Yes.
But they're amazing. I don't know that I would have the time, or not necessarily time, but just like the patience, I guess, to create one of those. But they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous when it's done.
Hers is gonna be nice.
Yeah. So
wait, I got one more that's not, and then we can both do.
Yes. Okay.
Here's another one of my patterns I'm working on. This one's not out yet because I haven't finished it. But it's gonna be a Shira pattern.
Is that your shawl? Like that's the basic shawl?
This
that
is
has
the basic shawl, with one of the charts in it.
Yeah,
and so this
it's got the
chart
chart in
is
there.
not out yet.
Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh!
This is the Power Up chart.
This is the first time I've seen it.
And
It's beautiful.
This is my
I love it.
Honor of Grayskull Shira yarn.
Yes.
It's the Princess Power Up shawl.
It's awesome.
Because really
Mm-hmm.
important things.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Socks.
I get to show my socks. Okay, listen. I do not have the patience for socks. I don't know why. Mary, stop laughing at me. I don't have the patience for socks, and I can't. I've been a knitter for at least 5 years now, and I have crocheted almost my entire lifetime, and I don't know why I cannot get through a pair of socks. I have gotten one sock done that I did just one sock.
And it's a lovely sock. It's a lovely
sock. And I've gotten maybe half of another sock done of that pair. Have not completed it. However, I have got a beautiful skein of yarn, which I do not remember where it came from. But I love the colors in it, and it's getting all stripy, and I am making 2 socks at a time. This is the key, guys. This is the key. For me, this is the key. I'm doing them both at the same time. I do a stripe of one and then the stripe of the other. That's what I've been doing. And I have been successful so far. I have toes. Like half of a sock. Half of a sock. And I'm doing, I don't remember the name of the yarn, but the pattern that I'm doing is the Hermione Everyday Socks. And it's actually really easy to remember. So I'll show you again. You're just doing knits and purls. And so, like,
it's a good pattern. Also,
it is a good pattern. Easy to remember.
Potter,
And Harry Potter. I mean, look, Hogwarts representing.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, pretty great. And it just happens to be Hogwarts related. But yeah, so that is. I'm excited about it, and I'm on my way to a pair of socks.
Yes, you're
going to be completed.
Handmade socks.
I can't wait.
Very exciting.
Yes.
I also am making socks because I have a sock problem, but I just started these for the Desert Vista Dye Works.
Oh my gosh, those are gorgeous.
I know, she dyes such pretty yarn.
There's sparkles in it.
Yes.
There are sparkles in it, guys.
This is her blue Christmas colorway.
Let's see. It. Oh my gosh.
I don't even know where the camera is. I'm super good at this.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah, we're good. We're good at it.
Yeah. We're good.
But that's gorgeous.
And this is the Power Up chart again, because I have to do everything in one chart all the time.
So pretty.
And yeah. And so this is for January. So this is her 2019 sock challenge or whatever, where you make a pair a month out of her yarn.
So this chick makes a pair of socks a month. At least one pair of socks a month for that challenge, but then other socks as well.
I like warm toes. It's important to have warm toes.
Warm toes are the best, really, and they really are the warmest socks around. The handmade socks, I can't.
They're the best.
Yeah, but she's like a sock machine.
I like socks. I have a sock problem.
I don't find it to be a problem.
I don't yet either. Okay, then I have one more whip. And this one is, I'm trying to make up a cowl to go with my interchangeable adventures. This is all I have so far. This is my Girl Who Mermaided colorway.
Nice.
Which I dyed that for a friend of mine who likes mermaids and also lime green. So
nice.
Okay, what else?
All right. So let's see. Some adventures. We want to talk about some adventures that we've been on. So today I went and I took my boys on an adventure. We went on a hike. We've never gone to like a state park and let them be a part of a group hike, which is what happened today.
That was your first time?
That was our very first time.
Nice.
My very first time too, actually, guys. My very first time too. So we went out to the state park and we were part of a group hike that went out to a beautiful waterfall. I got lots of beautiful pictures. It was not a very long hike, and we came back to the inn that is there at the state park, and they had hot chocolate and cider and cookies, and we had met some friends there, and her boys are my boys' ages, and we just hung out, and my oldest brought his guitar and he fiddled on that for a while, and we played card games and we played Sorry, and we hung around and we listened to a group of people that were playing music as well and singing kind of folksy music, and it was really great time. So that was our most recent adventure. That was today. Had a great time doing that. And what else are we wanting to touch on here? Some upcoming projects. I want to complete my socks before I think about another project. However, I do have a blanket that I'm working on, and it is a Knit Picks. What is that one? It's the
Hue Shift.
Hue Shift.
Yes.
Yes. The Hue Shift.
And it's pretty, and you're making me want to
It's so pretty. And it was, those yarns were gifted to me by the lovely Mary. And it's really turning out very, very pretty. And every time I work on it, she's like, I want to break mine out. But she's like, too many works in project. Or works in process.
Plus my whale blanket over there.
Yes.
Which
her whale blanket that she's been working on. How many years though? Like at least
I think I had. Well, okay, now I had to pull it out.
Okay.
Can you grab it?
Yeah, I'll grab it.
Okay, so I think I got this as a kit like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yep.
If maybe more. Yep. I don't know for sure.
At least.
And then it took me like 2 years to start working on it, and now I only work on it when we go to our knitting retreat because I don't have dogs running around. And there are many skeins of yarn involved in this.
And lots of weaving in. So there's lots on the back side that I'm sure she'll show you in a second
can
here.
You see this?
Ah,
I think I'm too short.
Here, nope, we're seeing the whale. We're seeing the whale. I'm going to direct you here, Mary. See all the waves and the whale. Here, let's lift it up a little higher.
There's
that whale. Isn't that
pretty? I think it's called a Happy Place pattern.
Yeah, show them all the weaving in you're going to have to do though. Like show them the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some ideas that we've had about how we're going to take care of all of this business is just covering that with what? Fleece?
Yeah, if I can get some fleece, I would totally pay someone who knows what they're doing to sew that as like a backing on the blanket.
I support that. I
don't have to weave in any ends because I'm kind of lazy on that factor.
You just cover it up.
You just pretend that's
right.
all. That's
right.
all good. Yes. I did that because I wanted to learn how to do intarsia, which I'd never done before. And it seemed good to use worsted weight. And that was the best pattern, but it's really long, and I have like 6 or 8 skeins of yarn going at a time. So
yeah, and it's kind of monotonous because it's pretty like large chunks of solid color. And I know that's hard for you to like go through just like knitting large chunks of solid color. And you guys might have the same issue. Any knitters out there, you might have the same issue with knitting large chunks of.
But now I know that
intarsia
is not scary.
Intarsia is not scary.
It's not.
So the blanket I'm working on is there. It's involved with mitered squares. So I was very intimidated by the mitered square. Don't know why, but I was. You might be too. And I found that it's really not intimidating at all, and it is very, very easy in fact. So we have tackled some things. Right? Tackle some hard things. Okay.
So I don't have any hiking adventures that I've gone on. I had an adventure this year where I opened an online yarn store, which was really
pretty
exciting.
adventurous. That's adventurous and scary.
And
I'll bet.
Yes, and I make enough money that it still can keep going.
It's keeping itself
But
going.
I'm not like making money, but I'm making enough money to keep dyeing yarn and
right.
making up fun names. And I don't know, that's just really fun.
And you have a fun time doing that. You come up
Yes.
with the names yourself and the colors yourself.
And my husband laughs at me and he says no one's going to understand that name. And I'm like, I don't care because it's
I don't
my
care.
yarn.
Who
I
cares?
just have to like it.
That's
That's all.
right.
That's all that matters.
That is right. But let me tell you, everything is really well done, guys. And she's going to show us in a minute.
Okay, but
Yeah,
at the
that'll
end,
be- that'll
at
be
the
later.
end, that's
That'll
so
be
that
later.
people can skip it if they don't care
That's right.
about my yarn, which is fine. Which is totally cool.
Okay. What else are you wanting to touch on here, Mary?
Let's see. Well, what I need help with. So I'm Quiet Riot Girl on Ravelry, but I'm also Quiet Riot Girl on Nerd Fitness, and I'm really, really terrible at going to the online forums. Like, I'll do good for like a week or two, and then totally just stop because logging in all the time and doing that, I don't know, it just doesn't work out for me. So what I wanted to talk about is, I guess my goal for this year, so that if people want to kick me in the butt when I'm not doing stuff, we could do that.
There you go.
In a nice way, though, because, you know.
Keeping you on track.
Nice-ish.
You're meaning you're wanting to have some people like
Well, like if
just
I
check in with you.
if we
and-
do a podcast and I say I totally sucked, I did nothing this month, somebody can be like, "Hey,"
Gotcha.
and point at me with a stern finger. Or something.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So
it
you're-
doesn't matter what I do as long as I do something.
So you're asking for people to help you with that,
Yeah.
like just stern finger.
I need help until you want to start jogging again. I need.
That is something I need to do as well, and that is actually a goal of mine, believe it or not, as well. And so I am an RN. I work at the hospital, and I'm in the float pool. So that means that I go everywhere in the hospital. I don't even know where I work for the day. I go into work, and then I look on the paper and it says, go to this area. And oftentimes in the middle of the day, which I work 13-hour shifts, so in the middle of the day they may say, okay, well, now we need you to go to this other area. And so anytime that I'm moving from one area to another, I try to take the stairs. When I first get there, I'll take the stairs up to the 4th floor, which is where I find out where I'm going to be for the day. That's where they have the clock in assignment sheet. And so that is something I'm trying to work my way back up to, getting to the point where I can, jog or run again, and getting that cardiovascular
Yes.
health back up, because we were running
We were running
a few
from
years
zombies.
ago. Yeah, we were running from zombies.
But
We
it's
had
been like 2 years since we did that.
at least. It's been at least 2
So.
years since we've done that. And so we had what is that? It was the
Yeah, the zombies run, but
Zombie run.
we did their 5K training app.
Yes.
And then right about where we finished that and we're getting to where we could start the actual regular missions was when our schedules totally diverged.
Yes. Yeah. So that hasn't worked out for quite a while, and then, just life happens, right? But definitely that's a goal of mine as well. So we're going to get back into it, and we're going to want you to help us
Running from zombies
stay
is
on track
important
with that.
because you don't want to have problems in the apocalypse.
Mm-mm. I don't.
Okay. Yeah, so this isn't super long because we ramble because, we don't know what we're doing, guys. Okay.
We'll learn along the way.
Yes. Anything else you want to hit before I talk about yarn?
Well, I don't think so. I think next time we'll have some more stuff to talk
Yes.
about, and maybe we'll have some questions from people. Send
Yes,
us questions.
questions.
That
We
way
need
we
questions.
can have another podcast,
Any kind of question whatsoever.
and we'll look it up and we'll have answers for you.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about yarn because more of my yarn problem.
This is yarn that I've not seen yet, but
These
I
are
love
the-
every one of her yarns. I love them.
These
so
are the
we'll see.
yarns
She's
that I
exposing
dyed
them to me.
that are out in the shop for January.
Woohoo! January yarns. And she has a whole pile of them, guys. It's awesome.
Yes. So we have some semi-solids. Blue. This one is called Spadoinkle Day.
Spadoinkle Day.
And, of course, inspired by Cannibal the Musical.
Let's get a close-up of that. So you always do one skein of
Worsted.
sock, weight, and then one skein of worsted.
Mm-hmm.
And look how professional this is, guys. She's not gonna, go on and on about her own stuff probably, but it's like professional stuff here.
But I'll tell you about the colors because
She'll
like
tell you
naming
about
them.
the colors, but I'm impressed. Let me just tell you, I'm impressed.
Okay, this one is called Electrician and Adventurer.
Woohoo!
And it's from House 2 I don't know if you guys have seen that, but Bob Towner, Electrician Adventure. Good stuff.
And it's kind of like a taupey color.
Yeah, it's like got some gold in it.
Yeah, I love it.
Light brown. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this is Obscurus, because I also really enjoy Harry Potter. I'm not gonna hide that.
Yeah.
So it's like smoky black.
Yeah. It's nice.
Okay, then these two. Rainbow Bright.
Can't go wrong with a Rainbow Bright.
Really, how could you? Rainbow Bright and Rainbow Black.
Because if you've got Rainbow Bright, you gotta have Rainbow Black.
Yes. Actually, this one, inspired by one of my really good oldest best friends, and his really super epic. He's a big, tall, black dude, and he lost a bet one year and was Rainbow Bright for Halloween, and it was the best costume I have ever seen in my life. He had someone custom make him a Rainbow Bright dress.
And he was Rainbow
Really
Black.
amazing. He's inspiring.
I don't know him, but he sounds pretty great.
Someday you will. Someday you will. I used to live in Seattle, so he's still there.
Yeah.
And we are now in
Very far
Indiana,
from Indiana.
as
yeah.
previously mentioned. Okay, and then we have, these are not the hammer,
Ugh, I love it.
and that is some yellow and black and navy. And of course, inspired by Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
One
And
of Mary's
then,
very favorites.
of course, it's like everyone's favorite who's seen it, I'm sure.
It gets sung at my house quite a bit, actually.
That's because your boys have pretty good taste.
Expose my boys to it, and they have.
Some things have to be shared. Some things have to be shared.
That's true.
All right, this one, called Starry, Starry Night.
Pretty.
Kind of messy scheme there. Need to redo that. And it's blues and grays, and it's not tied off the Van Gogh painting. It's tied off of the NoFX song about Vincent Van Gogh called Vincent.
I don't think these are going to be available in the shop anymore, guys. I think these are going to go home with me today. I love them. Oh my gosh, I love them. So teal is my absolute favorite, and these have got like different shades of teal in them.
There's a couple different blues and some gray. Yeah. And they're twist dyed, so they layer when they twist dye. They layer.
They're no longer available, guys.
All right, last one. Savior of the Universe. Yes.
Very nice.
Inspired, of course, by The Flash, because he'll save every one of us. And it's yellow and red and orange. So
also very pretty.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's what we've got.
That was my yarn.
Send us some questions.
Yes.
Let us give some answers. And always,
Yes.
always happy crafting.